So I'm going to have everybody come up, all the creators come up here. I'm going to have you introduce yourselves, what the name of your show, what you did on it, and what was your favorite thing working on your show. And then we'll have time for a couple questions from the audience, okay? So if all the creators could please, who are just shown in the black, please come up. And please give them a round of applause. A lot of hard work. Yes, and your favorite thing about working on the show.
Okay.
Cool.
Hi, I'm Wes Fisher. I'm a producer and writer. Unfortunately, our thing didn't play. It was called Fire, so it was a quick time. But there's a little pamphlet out there that shows what it's about. This guy acted in it. So it's about a homeless veteran who has to survive a cold winter night. And yeah, I guess my favorite part about that was freezing. We literally froze filming that. Yeah, it was like last year we shot that. So, but you know, it was a good experience and enjoyed it. So.
He froze his ass off. I'm David Ogrodowski. I am here to represent Fire, but I'm also here to represent Absolved, my web series. I'm the actor in it, and I did some writing on it, but the truth be told, there's so many other people without whom there's no way I'd be standing here talking to you about this web series. So there was a lot of people that were involved. My favorite part was just, in Pittsburgh, we have a great little indie film community. I know you guys in Brazil do too. You know, everybody here comes from a family, so to speak. And my favorite part is just watching everybody get together, fight like the dickens to create something, and then finally get to an end product, and then maybe even make it to a web series festival like this. So to me, that's what it's all about.
My name is Ray Don. I am the director, producer, writer of City Folks. Yeah, lots of hats. I actually edit, too. My favorite thing about the show, doing the show, was that it was a comedy. So it was really fun. I've done dramas before. This was just like super fun. The sets, just making jokes all the time. It's great.
Hello, I'm Pete Island. We're the Australians. So I did Logan Moss. He did the better one, Childish Dino, but you'll get to him. We only met this week and we've fallen in love.
Yeah.
So the best thing, what's the best thing about it? You get to, when you do voice acting with animation, you get to muck around a lot, and you get to swear more than a sailor on shore leave. So that's good fun. There's not often you get to scream at another person. It's actually it's cathartic. And the worst thing is waiting for animation. Just so you know, if anybody's planning on doing it, it takes a long time. That's it. Thanks. Cheers.
Hey everyone, my name is Dino. You may have seen that robust small child, Childish Dino cartoon. That's me. The kid is me. It's based on my life growing up broke in a strange part of Australia and then sort of using that little spark to get out of that world. But anyway, he's just a little character that people seem to love, and he's like drugs to people. And we've got like 6 more episodes online. You can see it on Instagram or TikTok. And we're in LA speaking to some lovely people about future development stuff, which is unbelievable. My friend Dave can't be here. He drew it all, and we sort of co-wrote it. But I echo everything that's been said. I just love the community and the common goal of making stuff, because you know how maddening it is sometimes, and you feel crazy, and you edit something to the point where you don't even know if it's funny anymore. And then it just works somehow. It's magic. Anyway, nice to meet you.
My name is Nick Christophers. My project was Destinies, which was based on my book. I'm a mob expert from Brooklyn, New York. The fun about doing the project was it was really exciting shooting it. And we just shot it for free, which is the best thing. We just shot right from my home. So it worked out pretty well, and I'm really excited about moving further with the project, and it's great being here.
Hello, I'm Gabriel Godefroy. I created the first teaser we saw at the beginning. My favorite thing about the show is maybe we spent 9 years to create it, and finally we succeed to end it. nine episodes of 4 minutes, so it's not long, but we have no money, so we need to find it extra. So, yeah.
What was the name of the show?
24 clichés par seconde.
Thank you. Of course.
Hi, I'm Danielle Joy. I was the associate producer on Blood, which sadly I arrived a bit late, so I don't even know if it was Scream, but it was the Iron Anthology, big red logo and everything. So if you saw that, that's me. Yeah, so Blood's an audio drama. It takes place in South Korea, and it's a thriller podcast as well. And it's part of the Iron Anthology, which is Ore, Blood, and Walk, 3 stories with a common theme. And the best part of making it was that we made it in England, and it was, our production company is Via Brooklyn, and we made it in England actually, and it was Via Brooklyn's first foray into the podcasting digital space, so it was very exciting for us. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Murilo. I'm from São Paulo, Brazil. I don't speak English, but I can say something. I'm very happy to be here. My first time in USA. I'm representing A Week for Amelia. My favorite part of the story is the dramatic. The story is fun and sad at the same time. Thank you, that's it.
I'm Rick Williamson, Combat Nuns, which you did not see today because it too was a QuickTime file. So I can reenact it with hand puppets, or what I can do is my wife, the producer, Regina McKee Red Wing, raise your hand please back there. There you go. She has it on her cell phone. And I will give you a private screening in that room. So,
and hand puppets will be in the lobby. So.
In the lobby, yes.
Yeah, we'll have puppet shows there.
18 years or older, okay, for the pink ones. And that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. And
All right, cool. Thank you all so much. So we have time for a couple of questions from the audience for the creators. Does anyone have one?
I think anyone can answer it. Hi, I'm Gus.
Hi, Gus.
My series is not there. Here. I'd like to ask anyone who will answer, how can we make this web series, festival, all this stuff, more huge industry, so we can like not make it just for passion, just for love, but for business and to grow up our industry is a very difficult. Okay, that's it. It's hard for me, Brazilian.
Yeah.
And for you also.
So basically, like, if the question is, how can do any of you have experience making web series? How can we make it from our web series from a passion project into something we can make a living off of? Basically, does anyone want to speak to that?
I think we're all asking the same question.
Cool.
I can throw one answer out. For me, it's sorry to say, I'm not going to be able to say to you, this is going to make money for you. It probably won't. You're right, it is passion. Everyone here is here on passion. But I will say this, and I think many of us know this. This is a leapfrog effect. This is a step. It's a pedestal. It's a moment. So if we can fight, and we do, I know you guys did in Brazil with your thing. Your thing's beautiful, I saw it. If we could fight to get it done, and then make it up here. And then we have to self-promote a little. Everybody hates self-promoting. It's so icky, you know, but we have to do it. That can lead to something. It's possible. It's so much easier when you walk into the room and you're saying, look, I want to be in your production, or I want to be your cameraman, or I want to be your actor, or whatever it is that you do. if you say, this is what I did, I achieved this, they see you and then the other guy's never done anything before, it enhances the possibility that you'll find bigger, better things. So for me, I do it, first of all, because I love it, but also I think it can lead to a better future. That's my answer.
Can I take it? You should look up, there's an Australian series called Skinford. I think it's Skinford Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. They took a model, because there was a whole study that was done on all this, and basically anything under 18 minutes, people just don't want to pay for. Like that's basically the 17, 18 minutes, that's basically where they found the line is, right? So everything, the expectation that's been created is under that it's free. So Skinford and a couple of others, mostly in documentary, have found that if you design your series so that you can put it out as a digital series, but you can also cut it into a feature, the feature is a saleable product. And so Skinford did that with it's like a horror kind of a thing. So yeah, so that's a literal case study that you can look at to say, make a feature, but also design it in such a way as you can cut it up into your short form series as well, and you get the best of both worlds.
Okay, what's the name of it again?
Skinford, Skinford.
You know you're
And
gonna
we're all learning something.
You know you're gonna be having everybody come up to you after this.
I didn't make it. I didn't make it.
It's like, what was the name of that again?
A good answer, though. I agree.
That was great. And I, as a quick aside, Michael Jacko Jr., the founder of LAWEBFest, he created a show called Beauty and the Baller, and that started off as a web series. So, like, really, a lot of this can be seen as, from my experience and from being a part of the festivals. Web series are a great proof of concept, and it can potentially bring an audience in, and then that can help bring the money in for a bigger project that is based on that. So, yes. Yes.
So I noticed in all your creations are so great. Dave, looking at Absolved, that was season 2. I think some of the other shows we saw are in second seasons. How did you approach it creatively? If this is for anybody, when you're doing a second season of your series, what did you learn? What did you figure out from your first series that you're able to apply in your second season?
That's a good question.
I don't want to hog the mic, but I would ride it.
Yeah. Go for it.
Okay, I'm season 2. That is a scene from season 2. When I first wrote it for season 1, it was a pitch for the New Jersey Webfest. Cynthia knows this story, and I was just kind of making it up just to do the pitch thing because it sounded like such a great idea. And then I thought, oh, that's cool. A priest who witnesses a school shooting and then kind of goes nuts and wants to drop out of the priesthood, and then he starts seeing ghosts along the way. Yeah, I like that idea. I should make that, you know. So when I was driving back from the New Jersey Webfest, I wrote the 7-ish episodes for season 1. But you're right. When you get to season 2, you start saying, "Oh, I got to tell more, and I got to find money," you know, because I already blew a lot of money on the first one, you know. What inspired me was I had a lot of people that would just ask, well, I liked this and I want to know what happens here, or I like that and I want to know what happens there. And I thought, well, I should answer these things. And that was the guiding force. Hey, since I have the mic, by the way, since you saw Absolved, I have 5 free t-shirts that I'm giving away. If you come to me later, I'm giving away 5 free t-shirts, only 5. All you have to do is come up to me later, not now, and tell me the location where you saw Absolved. You saw the location, it's an iconic location, some of you recognize it immediately in your mind right now. I will give you a free t-shirt.
Who else?
Any other season 2? Yeah.
We're currently in season 2 production at the moment, so I think it's just, because we're a sitcom-based show, we don't have the burden of a huge narrative arc that, you know, like a Breaking Bad would have. So we're basically just getting traumatic moments from childhood, and that's our spine, and then we're riding around it. So as long as you've got a vague idea, it's just, and those days where you sit down to write and nothing comes, I found it's almost mechanical. Even when you're having one of those shitty days, you just start writing, and then something will come. It might not be great, but it'll come, and it might help you for the next day. So it's just a matter of just putting a hook in the water.
Cool. Any other season 2 people want to speak? Speak now, forever hold your peace. Cool. Okay, cool. All right, lovely. Okay, so we're going to wrap up this section of the Q&A. If y'all do have more questions for any of these creators, please like talk to them. Please exchange information, because LAWEBFest is not just about a community. It is about building a family, and it is about supporting each other. So I highly encourage all of you to exchange information and support each other. So we are going to take about a 10-minute break, and then the next block is going to start. So we are at 11, I just turned 11:17, so we're going to start at 11:27. Sound good?
Sure.
Lovely. Thank you all so much. Thank you. We'll see you in about 10 minutes. Could I have all of the creators for this block please come up on stage? Give them a round of applause. Since there's a lot for you in this one, very quickly, just your name, what project you worked on, what you did on it, any notable works that you have done that people might recognize you from, if any, and where we can find your show.
Thank you. Hello, my name is Nova Karina Devaney. My project is Talktail, and I'm one of the co-creators, scriptwriter, producer, director, actor, composer, etc. And this is my creative partner,
David Miles Keenan with Talktail. And so, we're from Seattle. We wrote this play originally and turned it into a film. It's Miles is my middle name, Karina is her middle name. Miles and Karina are talk show hosts in the 1960s. The network decides to do the first live episode, our holiday special. So invitations go out to all the talk show guests, but the network Christmas party invitation guest list goes out as well. The printers mix the locations. So in the green room we have network party guests, and then all of our actual guests are across town at a Christmas party, and it's showtime. And the only time you actually see the green room with all the potential guests is animated by Karina.
that's true. The elevator's on floor 21.
Hi, I'm John D. Michaels, and I was in The Ghost Detective. I was the Ghost Detective. We made that in South Korea. I live and work in South Korea. Tristan Vasquez is the writer-director. He was also the little guy driving. And I think you can see the whole thing on YouTube if you just search for The Ghost Detective. It's just a single pilot, and it was kind of, I think it was like a competition to try and get money to make a full series, and he called me up, he either asked me the night before or the morning of if I would come and do it, and then one of the other actors dropped out that day, and we kind of rewrote the whole thing to turn my character into like a pervert ghost who just solves crimes in order to get to the strip search. So, yeah, I guess I'm also a writer-director. If you search John D. Michaels on YouTube, you can see my movies that I've done and stuff, and I also do music and such. And if you watch K-dramas, Korean dramas that is, you probably see me in some stuff. Most famously, I was in Squid Game, but you never see my face because I wear a mask the whole time. But I was VIP 1 in Squid Game, and I'm in a bunch of stuff. You can IMDb me. Anyway, thanks.
He's really very nice.
Hello again, this is Jamon Holmes, and I have my project, The Fast Family, the car collective that you've seen with the Vin Diesel lookalikes, Mini Vin Diesel. So that's something they do. That event was a car cruise that they put together that went to the Toretto market, you know where they shot the movie at? Where they, tuna no crust. We went there and we shot there, and then we did a cruise to the Neptune's Neck. That's when we went to the car collective where they give toys away for children for Christmas. That's what the event was about. So all the guys went down there, they got their toys, they took pictures. The CHP sponsored it, and they had other sponsors like Bemmer Circuit, Malibu Autobahn, and tire stickers. The 3D Los Angeles also. So yeah, this is, that was I met these guys at another car show. Paul Walker at the Field Fest. You ever heard of Field Fest? That's where I met these guys at, and they invited me to their cruises and stuff like that because I had a camera. So, so that's pretty much what I've been doing with them. So, and you can find them. You can find it on my YouTube channel, 920 Media. If you want to see all the rest of the videos there, and then you can find them on Instagram, also Fit Rich Avalos, and then Jason Sanchez. If you type in them on Instagram, you can find them. If you want to do a car cruise, just hit them up. That's all you got to do. So, anyways.
Dennis Curry, director, editor, showrunner. I'm gonna let these guys describe roommates, but on my end, I'd say what happens if two people that never should be in the same room become roommates?
My name is Jeremy, and I'm an actor for Roommates, and been doing Roommates for about a year. You can follow us on Roommates, the web series, on Facebook. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jimmy Scott. I'm an actor, and I'm also one of the main characters of the web series Roommates. You can find our web series on YouTube or Facebook. And a fun fact about our web series is that unlike most movies, TV shows, and web series, this one is not scripted. We do not use scripts in this web series. We use our minds. We say whatever comes to mind right after the camera turns on. We don't even plan on what to say before we record. We just immediately say what pops into our mind and it works. We're really spontaneous when it comes to our web series.
I'm Sathya Vijayendran, and I wrote, directed, and filmed and edited Kill the Spies. Caesar here, he's my producer, Julie Caesar. He's a music artist, and he came to me, and we were doing music videos at the time, and he said, I want to do a music video in the Dominican Republic. I want it to be kind of a film. What do you want to do? And we went over there, we shot a short, like 5 minutes, and then once we put it together, it was just really solid and really good. So he said, hey, how about you do the beginning and the end? I had more like a middle. And so having that, I went and filled in the backstory, filled in the end, and we have our 20-minute pilot. So, where a spy basically gets revenge when his partner is killed and tracks this villain across the globe. So it's your kind of James Bond, Mission Impossible sort of tropey spy story.
No.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Ryan Short. I'm one of the creators and the game master for Riftwalkers, which is a tabletop actual play podcast set in a completely original setting. Follows a band of ill-prepared adventurers as they step through one bad portal after another. Chaos and hijinks ensue, and they eventually become embroiled in a sinister plot against the gods of the world themselves. I'm here with these two jabronis, a couple of the cast members, and faithful editors, but that's just less than half the cast, so I'm very thankful for them who couldn't be here.
I'm Noah Clemens, like I said, with Ryan here, representing Riftwalkers, one of the players, one of the editors for the podcast. It's a good time.
Brent Sidaway, also Riftwalkers, cast member, editor. Glad to be here, and also just glad to work with the other 5 awesome members that we get to work with.
I'm Damien Taylor from TechWitch. You probably know me from, you don't know me. But it was a really great project. This was our first animation, and so we got to really dig in and do my 2 favorite things, fantasy and sci-fi, combined into one single show. It started as a podcast that we made into an animated series. So.
And now we know you.
Yes, we do. Hi, everyone. My name is Sophie Mashofsky. I'm here with Caitlin and Danielle. We were that last clip, The Hunted NYCSS. You may know me as the girl in the pink coat chopping off heads in the trailer. I also was a producer on the series. So The Hunted NYCSS follows a group of misfit stage combat students that find themselves slaying vampires that are unkillable, wouldn't you know, in New York City. So we took a bunch of stage combat students, gave them swords, and made a web series.
Hi, I'm Caitlin Farley. I was one of the lead actors. I was a redhead then. And also one of the lead producers and story by credit with Robert Shaven. I'm also a fight choreographer, so I have a big hand in the fights and the development of all of that work, along with my mentor, Jared Kirby, who is also a producer. Couldn't be here right now.
Hi everyone, I'm Danielle Joy, if you haven't seen me already today, and I'm the executive producer and actress in The Hunted, and you may also know me from The Hunted, And yeah, I was just had a great time working with these two lovely creatives.
Hi everybody, I'm Alexa Nicholas with Steve Town. We were the comedy web series in the middle of Girls in San Francisco. It's a comedy web series about two friends struggling to survive in San Francisco, and it kicks off when one of the main characters calls off her wedding and moves back to San Francisco to reinvent herself.
I'm Livia, or Liv Perriott, and I was the director and editor and co-creator.
Oh yeah, I forgot I was the creator.
And writer. She's also a writer and also a lead actor, so a lot of things happening, a lot of hats to be worn. Yeah, so I just directed and edited it and helped. I was like the third person, you know, when they were having a fight in the writing room, then I'd come in and go, what's the fight about? Okay, you win. Nope, you win. Yeah, so I was like, yeah, I was that person too.
Hi, my name is Trevor Alpert. I wrote and directed Brideshare. It's a dramedy about a young millennial working in the gig economy, the app-based gig economy, and to be available for opportunities in his dream field. And along the way, he meets a lot of interesting characters from all around Southern California who help him gain perspective.
Hello, I'm James Dale. I was in Tech Witch. I played the actor Tug, and you probably know me from Alien Vacation or Safeless.
Big round of applause for everybody. I didn't even tell y'all to wait and hold your applause until the end, but y'all been listening or something. Training's great. We can take a couple questions from the audience. Yes.
Thank you. So I have a question about the cars. Did they battle from the Fast and Furious?
Can you say one more time?
Did you get inspired by the movie The Fast and the Furious?
Was your inspiration?
Oh, yeah, I like the cars. It's an inspiration for me. I like the movies a lot. I like the cars. They're fun to look at, and like, you know, the funny thing is, you know, I met these guys there was with Cody Walker. I had another film I did, so a little documentary film I did with it. It was called In Memory of Paul. It was in Santa Clarita. They did the car show, the first one. And that's where I met all these guys. I got a text from a guy I met. He's a location driver for sets. I met him at a gas station when we were shooting my Uber series. And I ran into him, and he gave me his contact to tell me about the cars and stuff, the car shows. So he texted me, and then I went to the Memory of Paul car show, and that's where I met the guys at. And ever since then, we went, right after that day, we went to the Toretto house where they shot the movie at. Then we went to the store, and then that day, and then we kept going back. Then we kept going back and doing cruises there. And then we did cruises to, you know, Neptune's Net. Went to Santa Monica Pier, and et cetera. And then, you know, it's the inspiration. And the Vin Diesel guys is another guy that looks like Vin Diesel also. So there's another guy, he lives in Las Vegas. His name's Gino. You can all find him on Instagram. Just look at him. You can talk to me later about it, and I'll give you the Instagram. You can follow him and hit them up, and you guys can go cruising with him if you want also. So.
That's my favorite movie.
Oh yeah, and they got a new one coming out, Fast X. The guys were just down there at the trailer also. They were very involved with that stuff too. They have all the cars. They staged all the cars down there also for the trailer they did for the new movie. So.
And I will say, because you noted about like getting your information for the show, please get all of their information so that you can watch and support. And I encourage you not just to get that from all these creators up here, but from all of the creators who are a part of this festival, please, because that is part of how we get our stuff seen is by supporting each other. So make sure you all do that, okay? Good. Any other questions from the audience? I'm going to be running back and forth. Let's do that.
Yeah, question. Actually, very question. How you make that film?
Which one?
I was just like, my question is, how to make that film before shooting a film?
Who are you addressing?
Okay, your podcast, but how you film that?
Like, I think you're saying like how did you film it, or?
Okay, I say I put it in a box and how to film.
How did you film it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's for you. So how did you film it? Like, what did you film it on? How did you get it taken?
I shot it on my Sony a6300. I got a handheld camera, just a regular Sony mirrorless camera. And I put a shotgun mic on there, and I had a little stabilizer here, mini stabilizer, and that's what I was using to do the shoot with. And, you know, I jumped in the truck. I used to use some of my phone also a little bit, just to get some of the rover shots. And, you know, mostly it was my Sony. That's it. I did all the interviews, everything with my Sony camera, just handheld, walking around, following them around, watching the cars go by. I have other videos where you can see the cars going by as they're rolling out to go head to Neptune's Neck. And then we went to Denny's before that also and got more shots too. That's where we met at first. That was the first meetup location. And there they also had trucks there too that showed up there just to hang out. They had the, you know, lowrider trucks that had the beds going up and down. They had all that there also. So it's an event. If you link up with them, you guys want to shoot with them, just tell them you want to shoot, just hang out or whatnot. And they'll pretty much let you come hang out. And some of the actors come to the cruises also. Son Kang, he's come to the cruises. And then, you know, the guy who plays Hector in the first movie, his name is Noel G. He comes to, hangs out with them also. And Chad Lindbergh from the first movie, Jesse, he comes and hangs out with them also. So they all hang out together at their houses, they hang out, they go to different events, and it's a fun deal. So if you guys are interested, just hit me and I'll give you the information.
I know we got one more question back here. Hold on, there we go.
Thanks. For Steve Towns, it's shot really well and it looks awesome. I was wondering if you guys have any like what your visual influences were for that comedy style.
Hello, I actually also shot it. Forgot to mention that. I guess I come from like a music video background and also documentary, so I wanted that feeling of the camera to feel like it was another person in the room and that there was a lot of movement happening. I like to shoot with movement because it's also fun to edit that way. Editing on a movement, or so everything was handheld, and we had little like stabilizers, sometimes like a monopod, but pretty much everything was handheld, and a lot of it was also improvised. So I shot with 2 cameras. I had a second camera person, and if we liked the scene, if we liked the way that was improvised, then I'd have us do it a couple more times so I could make sure I had the coverage I needed. And yeah, please.
At the time when we were developing it, we were, I had a newborn baby and I was up in the middle of the night watching Friday Night Lights from 2 to 3 in the morning. And that was actually a big inspiration, even though it's a drama, but if you watch it again, the way that it's shot is very similar to how we shot it, which is also similar to The Office. But I almost feel like the Friday Night Lights is actually closer. Pretty much that.
All right. If anybody has any other questions, I know we have a few others. We'll take the rest of them in the lobby because we're going to move on to our next thing. But the creators, thank you so much for all that. Another round of applause for our creators, please. Yay! The series runs smoother. What would that be?
Tell COVID to go away.
Tell COVID to go away. That's a good one. I like that.
Do it sooner when I was younger.
Yes. Good.
Wait, I want to say that again.
Do it a lot sooner when I was younger, and don't say, ask me how old young again.
Maybe I'll take it. Thanks. I think something that and I guess I'm still trying to learn this, is just to try to have more fun and a better sense of humor about everything. So I know it can feel when there's lots of logistics, like things are life and death, and I get stressed trying to take care of everything. And I wish, I guess I wish I could see every obstacle as a gift, and try to allow myself to receive whatever's opening up in that moment and just have fun, because what we're making is art in many cases and lots of fun, and try to bring that to everyone else that I'm working with at all times. That would be cool.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, because we all have to remember that, yes, this is very, very hard, but this is fun because telling stories, creating art, that's why we're all here. That's why y'all are up here. That's why I'm here. So don't ever forget that. And as our founder said, don't wait, create. So if you have an idea, just do it. Cool.
So I wanted to say something for my Halo project. My thing was I needed a thing it would have ran smooth. I had an overcasting, a little bit more overcasting. And then on top of that, had a couple more crew members. So like a couple more crew members. It wasn't like 3 or 4 of us. And then, you know, to be wise about how much money I'm spending also, because I spent a lot of money on that stuff. I bought a bunch of guns from Walmart and spray painted them and did all this extra stuff for them. And when we had so many people show up, you know, so it was just like, you know, I spent more money than what I needed to do. Cool. So, but yeah, just be wise with, you know, funds and get more crew and overcast, you know what I mean? So.
I was really blessed with my crew and my cast because we were supposed to shoot the teaser the week of the shutdown. And everybody still wanted to go do it. And I'm like, I can't be responsible for deaths with COVID, so let's just wait this out. But come August, everybody came through. So I mean, only thing I would learn from all of it is, you know, finding the creatives, paying your dues, making sure people understand what it means. Like, everybody wants a paycheck, everybody wants the glitz and the glamour of it, but nobody really knows about paying dues. And it's all about a collaborative of everybody just being on set and being there and being passionate about what you want to do. So I would say, like, with the old school versus the new school, communication is key. That's it.
I started the 13 years from my Dennis Curry, and he a lot to me, and then I want to say that thank you, Dennis.
Yeah, I would say the one thing I would do differently was we made like 3 episodes and then we submitted to festivals while we were still making the other episodes. So I probably would have just waited to submit and do anything else until it's all done, because then there's a lot of plates spinning. That can be tough.
No regrets. It was a completely flawless shoot.
I would say just on the festival side, like when I first started going to festivals, I really didn't know what I was doing, and I'm kind of an awkward person sometimes, but when you go to the festivals, just like for me, I had to kind of put aside the awkwardness and just meet people, and through that, like now that I've kind of got the hang of it, I've made a lot of great friends and people that I see like over and over again. Just can't get rid of them. But yeah, just you never know who, you know, that stranger you introduce yourself to might end up being like, you know, a festival friend that you see over and over again, and that you can, you know, work with and collaborate with, and just form that special kind of community.
I want to say, stop bullying me. Thank you.
Okay.
I would just say, give yourself enough time and don't rush things. Deadlines can be very hard to meet, but just take your time and, think that, you want to be proud in 10 years, and that's all. That's it.
I just want to say good luck to all of you guys, especially here on stage and in the audience.
That's actually a really good note to leave off on. Thank you, creators, ever so much for being up here. Thank you for submitting your work. Thank you all for being here. This concludes the second block. We are going to take a break for lunch. It is currently at 12:15 right now, so we are going to begin a little behind schedule, so we're going to begin at 1:20. Everyone got that? 1:20. What time are we? Sweet, yeah? All right. Hold on, wait, y'all get a little bit closer. Act like y'all like each other. Okay, cool. And I'm going to check and see. Ooh, I got 2 mics now. Yay. We're just going to go down the line.
I'm Nick. I was in Hammersmith, the lead actor in Hammersmith. I'm here with
Kyle Leland Cullerton, and I wrote and directed Hammersmith.
Good bit.
Where can we find your show? Like, plug it. Where can we see it?
It is up on YouTube if you type in Hammersmith Series, or you can find us on Instagram at Hammersmith Series. And we have more episodes that we're going to release next month. So.
Hi, I'm Kevin Williams. I'm the creator of Hey, I'm the Door Guy. I've written, directed, produced, and started, and also casted and production designed it. So it's about dreamers. It's in festivals right now. It's being optioned right now. I can't really say who yet, but right now I'm in the midst of doing episode 2, which is a 2-parter, so we're in post. So I'm just excited. It's just about dreamers and the world of casting.
Hi, my name is Javon Holmes, and I'm a director, producer, actor, writer, production designer for Halo the Rebellion. And, also Hollywood Jay's Fishing Adventure, my pilot, the fishing show you seen. That's something I did also. And, I did pretty much the fishing show on my own. That one, I just took a camera, started shooting and stuff like that for fun. It's just a pilot to see how it goes on. And it's on YouTube right now. So, it's up now on YouTube, so it's just a pilot to see how it goes. And then Halo is running through the festivals right now. We did build a Spartan costume from scratch. What you saw there was it was from scratch. So everything, all the costumes, everything was built by me and a friend of mine. So all the work. So yes, that's pretty much it for this block. So.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having us all here. My name is Mel House. I'm the writer, creator, executive producer, and the mom in Hot Angry Mom. Our series is a feminist punk rock comedy about a mom who has had enough and what happens on a day when she has an epic meltdown. A video of her having an epic meltdown goes viral. What else were we supposed to say? Oh, where can we? Thank you. So we're just about to begin the festival circuit, but you can find a little bit more about the project at www.hotangrymom.com, and we're on all the social media channels at hotangrymom. And I think my favorite part is just that I'm a mom, and so I've spent many years doing a lot of things for a lot of people, and in order to make this project, I had to ask other people to help me and support me. And so we did a crowdfunding campaign on Seed and Spark and had over 500 backers. We had a cast of crew of over 60 people come together. We've had a post-production crew of another 10 additional people. And just my son donated to my crowdfunding campaign. One of my dear friends, who we've made art together, and our sons were best friends when we were 2, Lamoni Hamilton, is sitting in the audience. She came together with so many people. So I'm so moved by the process of the support that I've received and just trying to grow myself into the kind of creator that I'd like to be. So thank you.
Hello, my name is Tanner Hines. I'm based out of Cincinnati, Ohio. I am the creator, writer, producer, editor. I do all the music with my band for the show. My band's called Real Blue Hearted Kids. The show is called Heavy Head. It's an episodic podcast about mental illness. Sort of puts you inside the mind of someone living with a specific mental health condition. I try to get people to understand what it's like to live with that condition. You can find it wherever you listen to podcasts. There's also a closed caption version on YouTube. Socials are just at HeavyHeadPod. My favorite part, being a show about mental illness, I've got a lot of messages from people all over the world tell me how much the show has helped them with the illness, helped people they know understand them better, which was totally unexpected. And yeah, that's it. Thank you.
My name's Cody, and I was from Getting Down. My favorite part was, well, getting down. And we can find it on Facebook. So with that being said, I'm gonna pass the mic on to my friend. Hi, my name is Christopher from Getting Down, and then we're going to do what's going on, or updated to make sure. Thanks.
Dennis Curry, director, editor, camera. My favorite part is getting to work with these three guys. We never know what we're going to do next. We come up with a theme, and then we just talk on camera. And this guy especially, I never know what he's going to say next. Well, actually, all of you, and you still owe me a pizza.
Hi, my name is Richard Garrett. I live from Sacramento, getting down. I tell you what, two people at down syndrome, and you can't make it happen. DSO.org. Think about it. And we have 4 nominees, and I think we made it to Hollywood. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Stetson Turner. I'm an actor and a voice talent. If you saw the first screening of Flattening the Curve, I was an actor in that. That was produced by Ralph Scott and Freddie Connors. It is about dating in your 50s and the isolation coming out of quarantine. The funnest thing I think about that entire project was that Freddie and Ralph were so talented, they wrote 20 pages in 2 hours. And when they decided to actually get it, we got to production, we started working with the co-direction of Dan Buckley. He said we should do a 3-camera shoot, and we were able to shoot 20 pages in a day and a half, when it's typically normally only 6 to 8 pages a day. So it was a very dedicated team. We had a lot of fun doing that, and you can find it on Fine Light Films. Just Google Fine Light Films, and all of other Freddie's and Ralph's work is there. Thank you.
Hi, I'm David Ogrodowski. I was an actor on Herrings. Herrings was produced by Keith Chamberlain, and one of the funnest parts I had was having a scene with Nancy. We were in a car, and we were playing husband and wife, ex-husband and wife, and we did a wonderful job being miserable with each other. So I had a lot of fun with that. I just, for getting down, if I could, I'd like to say, you guys are up for 4 nominations. Wow, that's fantastic. I'm very excited for you. All right.
Hi, my name is Herman Wang. I am the creator of the series Illuminagents. You can see it on illuminagents.com and also on CPTV, which is well known in the web series world. For us, the most fun part of creating season 1, we made a musical episode, and I haven't done anything like that before, so it was a lot of fun to kind of write the songs and put that together, and we got this big empty warehouse to shoot in the actual footage for. So that was a really good time, and I like the way that episode turned out. I'm really proud of that one, and the team for pulling that together. Thank you.
Yeah, there we go. Big round of applause for all of our creators. At the top of the block. Y'all aren't listening, were you? Terrible. All right. All the creators of Block 3, I'm going to have you come on up. You're going to stand in the line here. Make sure you're in the light. Make sure you can be seen. I'm going to have all of you introduce your name, the name of your project, what you did on it, and give us a very quick elevator pitch. We want to be pitching shows, so this is a great time to practice. So could I have all the creators of Block 3 come on up? They can give them a round of applause. They don't want to be coming up here in silence. That just seems really awkward. And while they're coming up, audience members, I have one important job for y'all as well. Rather than clap after each person introduces themselves, we're going to hold the applause until every producer's introduced themselves, and then you're going to do one big hoopla. Screaming and hollering and whooping. Cool? Beautiful, I love it. Let's test the other microphone. Testing, testing. Yes, all right. We're just going to pass it on down.
Hi, my name is Christine. I was the producer on Lost the Lead in this block.
Hi, I'm Michael Johnson. I'm the writer and director of Lost the Lead. And Lost the Lead is a streaming series. It's in the world of gaming and esports, and when a disgraced gaming champion witnesses a violent swatting attack, he recruits a diverse group of nerds to get retribution against his former sponsor.
Thanks. Hi, my name is Quentin. I'm one of the creators of Medea. Medea is a retelling of Euripides' Greek tragedy. It was a play that was written 2,500 years ago. And we've created a version of it filmed in film noir style. And we took some of the greatest films that we love from the film noir genre, like Casablanca and Sunset Boulevard, and Double Indemnity. And we've recreated Euripides' Greek tragedy, all in a virtual world, using Unreal Engine. And so all the sets are virtual, and all the scenes that we've taken from those great films of the 40s have been recreated in a virtual world. We like to call it Greek tragedy film noir in the metaverse. And Marcy here is one of our...
I'm the wife and the producer, and it's a family thing because Brent is director and the producer, and our daughter, she's 18 and she's playing Medea, and then it's a family project, and that's nice because we don't spend very much money.
Yes, everyone's fine.
And it's for fun. That's it.
Hi, I'm Isabel Spots. I'm the co-creator of Night Faces, the podcast. I'm the writer and the narrator. And Night Faces is a supernatural story about a dancer who is murdered and cannot move on to the afterlife, and the unlikely team that comes together to solve the mystery so she can move on. Yeah.
My name is Ben Weiser. I do the composition and the production of Night Faces.
Hi everyone, I'm Gus. I'm the director of Recife Greatest Love Story. In Portuguese is A Maior História de Amor em Linha Reta do Mundo, which was the last one that was screened. Our story is about romance and comedy, but the most important thing is to let Recife, my city, more known, and for you to know the northeast of Brazil, where I live.
Hi, I'm Terry Hawks. I'm here from Toronto with Lady Ada's Secret Society, created by Shannon Fustar. The story takes place in a girls' school where the girls are dissuaded from studying math, science, and technology. And some of the girls love it, so they form an underground society, and they call it Lady Ada's Secret Society, after Lady Ada Byron Lovelace, who's credited with inventing the computer. So they use their science acumen to play pranks on the rest of the student body. And they have a headmistress who thwarts them at every turn, and that would be me. So I'm an actor-writer. In this case, I'm here as an actor representing Lady Ada's Secret Society.
My name is Kenneth Burnwell Jr. I am in Lost in Moldova. I'm the lead actor and producer. The Lost in Moldova is about a kind of fish out of water story. An American joins the Peace Corps in search of his ex-girlfriend, Kelsey. Kelsey ends up not being in the Peace Corps, so he's gone to Moldova looking for a girl that's not there. So it's basically a story about him kind of, learning how to survive in Moldova, and then eventually finds out that his ex does come to Moldova, but he has found his heart with someone else. So it's kind of a love triangle story as well. But the show is completely produced in Moldova, and all Moldovans are the cast and crew. I'm the only American that flies out there to shoot it. They do an incredible job out there.
Hi, my name is Sylvia. I am a novelist. I'm here for the series Love Tips to Myself, which was based on one of my novels. I also worked on the screenplay. It's about a 17-year-old girl, Olivia, who has to go live with her father, who she doesn't know. She hasn't seen him in 17 years. But her mother has been institutionalized. And so because she's in this hostile environment, she decides not to speak to anyone of her family, the new family, the stepsister, the stepmother, all that stuff. And instead, she decides to write a diary about love. And she searches all these tips in hope to land her big love, Max. But through searching all about how the brain works, how love works, by researching all that, she finds the love of her family, and she discovers what happens to her family all those years ago.
Hi, I'm Danielle Joy. I'm the associate producer of Ore, which was part of the Iron Anthology. And Ore is based in the 1820s, where three prospectors are searching for iron ore in the northeastern United States. But when a malevolent presence appears to them and tells them to go away, they must question their commitment to their quest and what prospecting means to them and to their future and to their very lives as well. And you can find that on Spotify and basically wherever you listen to your podcasts.
Hi, my name is Kyle Leland Cullerton, and I directed Mid to Late, which is the one where the ladies walking around the city with the yellow balloons. It's written and stars Lindsay Shaw, who is a stand-up comic in Chicago, and she wrote this about her life. It's about a woman in her late 30s who is surrounded by friends who have husbands and babies and careers while she struggles with alcoholism and fuckboys while also dealing with her mentally ill mother. So it's kind of a coming of adulthood story.
Hello, my name is Jason Momoa. I am actor in LAWEBFEST. Thanks. Sorry, I can't speak English.
Now everybody's gone. There we go. So we have time for a couple of questions from the audience for the creators. Does anyone have a question?
Boston, Moldova.
Yes.
I can see how anybody could come up with an idea and say, oh, that'd be a cool story to write, but how did it actually get to the point where someone said, okay, we're going to send you to Moldova?
Yeah. So the creator, I know it's kind of random. The creator, his name is John Lewis. He's not here today, but he was actually stationed. It's loosely based on his life. So in the 90s, he was stationed in Moldova, working for the Peace Corps. So it's kind of loosely based on his experience joining the Peace Corps, the different things that he kind of had experienced in the 90s in Moldova, living in one of the villages and doing his work and stuff like that. So he was actually stationed in Moldova when he wrote the series and casted me for it. I flew out there. We found he found an entire Moldovan cast and crew, and they were able to kind of produce it and do really good work too. So yeah, that's how I ended up out there. Yeah.
So if y'all want a free trip to go film things, talk to this guy.
Yeah, I got the hookup, yeah.
Any other questions from the audience? Yep. Do you need a microphone? Okay, cool.
I have a question for creators of Medea. Medea? Yeah. I was very impressed with your virtual production. How long did it take to learn that and execute it?
I started using Blender about 2 years ago to do some short animations. And it's been about 2 years that I've been working on and off with it. But in fact, we were talking about it recently. As I was doing post-production, in fact, on our project, production took maybe 5 days. Post-production took 40 days, 50 days perhaps. And there were some times where I had to stop and switch on YouTube and look up tutorials to get some of the things done. So it was, every time you switch it on, you try to do something. But it was what brought me great happiness, because as a creator, I think we all share stories that we want to tell, and we struggle with using the tools that are available, finding the locations. And it's always been a problem. There's dreams that we have and stories that go into our mind. But Unreal Engine has enabled me, at least, it doesn't look that good, but, and it looks kind of cartoonish and a bit video game-ish, but it's a way for us to tell our story in the way that is close to what's going on in our mind. But it wasn't as difficult as I thought it was going to be. So I think maybe a year's work on and off, and I think that you can tell a story and help transport people to that world. Well, it kind of was, because we love black and white movies, but often what happens is, you're quite right, I'm not sure if you're going in that direction, but when you're using chroma key, to try to get the colors right, it's really difficult. So you do it in black and white and you can cheat, right? Because you miss that blue reflection of your actors or the green reflection, depending on what chroma key and how you're using it. So yes, if you want to make a whole film in a short period of time, using virtual production, just a suggestion, try to do it black and white, because you can cheat your way and it looks better than it really was if you did it in color.
It's not a question, but I think about Medea also. Is there anyone here working now on AI with our content? No, like using creative, the AI thing, because now there are a lot of institutional videos, a lot of other things that the AI can do, like, okay, I'd like a video like this, and no, just click, it happens. What I'm trying is, how can we use it as not a threat, but as our favor, you know? Like when the internet came and the television came, the radio was threatened, and all this technology comes around, and how can we use it right now to make our own videos, our own stories, because the technology doesn't feel, we do, right? So if anyone wants to talk about it, I know.
We are actually having a panel later today that is kind of relating to that. But I think it's also very important to highlight that, because I think AI is wonderful and it's a great technology, but it can only really be brought to its full potential with writers, with creators behind that. And so we should be in support of writers and the crew and everybody and actors and everybody who does that. So if you meet a crew member, thank a crew member, please, because they're why we're here. So I think if we're going to take a short break and then we're going to go into our next block. Please, another round of applause for all of our creators.